It's Mike coming at you with another Planet Coaster Park Spotlight. Thank you for joining me, welcome to the video, and welcome to Ashwood Hills, created by MeltedDazzers. Now, as always, if you do enjoy this type of content, then please make sure to leave a like and a subscribe if you are new around here as well, and make sure to leave a comment on the video, as it does really help the video, help it with the algorithm, just push it out there more, get more views, more subscribers, which means I can carry on making these type of videos. And if you would like to have your park spotlighted, then there will be a link up in the top corner right now to my Discord server where you're able to put a request in for a spotlight. Now, today's park is a PlayStation 4 park. And the description reads, "This is my first creation on Planet Coaster. It started life with the intention of being a low-budget, UK-style theme park, but grew into something slightly more grand. But it sticks to the origins for the most part. I appreciate my indoor attractions could be better. I hope to revisit these at some point. I hope you enjoy." I am sure we will, MeltedDazzers. I am really excited to hop into this park. So, without further ado, shall we just get into it? Let's do it, shall we? So, here we are at the park entrance. Now, just as we come out of the spawn tunnel, we've got a bridge that we walk straight over to get into the park. You can look just to your right, see a coaster just there. I love the beams that are hiding it. Really like that. And then you look left and you've got another spinning coaster just to our left. Welcome Ashwood Hills. Nice little entrance. Simple. Effective. Let's go through. A lot to see. As soon as you walk through, we've got the Street Fox coffee and hot dogs. Got the cash machine, got toilets. Got just a memento little shop. Got some seating. Really nice little entranceway. Just small and quaint, like that little family feel British park, what you were really going for. As we come up, we've just got some little entertainment. Like that little centerpiece. Almost a meeting point. So if you get lost, make sure to come back and meet here. And I think for today's spotlight, I think we'll go right. Nah, don't be silly. Of course we're not. That's crazy talk. Don't be silly. I'm not going right. Can you imagine? Oh, chaos would ensure. No, I'm not going right. The spotlight would fall apart. I'd lose half my subs. It just wouldn't happen. Crazy talk. I love this little custom bridge that you've got here. Especially with all the wooden planks coming across. Oh, walk straight through here. It's really nice. I love the differing themes areas. Even from this point of the park, I can see the number of different areas that you've got. I can hear a train. Is that behind us? Is that in front of us? I was wondering if it was just going to go across some tracks there. Yeah, there it is. Really nice shot. Right, let's get into Mexicana. So the El Paso restaurant. There's people actually queuing to go into the restaurant. Don't see that very often. Must be a really nice restaurant if people are queuing to get in it. Must be the best tacos in the world. Right, we'll stick left. So, we've got a nice little seating area just here. Maybe a couple too many benches. If I'm on it, oh, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe one too many. Maybe one too many. And I would put the bin potentially just at the side, maybe. But I mean, come on. I am like really nitpicking. Now, there's no need to be like that, is there, Matty? Don't be like that. No need. I like the coverings that you've just got there, just for the vending machines. And we have Wildfire. These aren't custom supported, are they? They are. I was looking at these thinking, I'm sure that's not the support. So this is your first park, and you came in with custom supporting straight away. That's impressive. That is very impressive. You don't normally find people who will challenge custom supporting on their first park. I've never custom supported yet. I find it bit too of a daunting a task. And way too long-winded. I'm way too lazy for that. So yeah, full commendations for trying to take on custom supporting in your very first park. And it looks really good. The supports look genuine. But let's have a look at Wildfire, shall we? A nice queue line, just with all the wooden beams coming around. This is impressive for a first park already. We've been looking recently at some first parks, and they are so good. Even people's first parks now are fantastic. Well, let's have a look at Wildfire. So we've got green across the board, not easy for a spinning coaster. G-force is really nice as well. So let's go for a ride on this. First ride, enjoy everyone. What a great first ride of the park that was. I love the layout of it. I love how it's interacting with everything, how it's going in and around the river rapids, around the train, around the path. I think that was absolutely fantastic layout, really beautifully integrated into the park. Now, as for the ride itself, there were some parts that I really enjoyed, but then there were other parts that I may have just changed ever so slightly. I think it spun maybe a little bit too much. I think I may have possibly just stopped it from spinning in a couple of little places, and maybe just a little bit more smoothing as well, just in some elements. I believe coming up here, I maybe would have straight lined that a little bit more. It felt a little bit too bumpy. And then as it then dropped down here, it picked up just a tad bit too much speed, which then meant in this section here, it came around here too fast. So I would have just slowed that down slightly. If we watch it off board, you can see how fast it is spinning. And then it's going into some of these corners, and it just goes around them just a little bit too fast. I'm surprised the G-forces weren't higher than what they were, if I'm being honest. And then just finally, just make sure you extend your brake run. As it comes into the station, it just comes in way too fast. So I would have just extended this brake run coming down here ever so slightly. As far down as you could get it before this element started this inversion here, or banking should I say. It's not really an inversion, so to speak. But even if you have to take it back just ever so slightly, just so it comes into the station a little bit smoother. But, I mean, for a first ride of the park, it was fantastic. All the theming around it. All this here, you've got a transfer track, all the weeds that are built up around it. This is stuff you generally don't see in a first park. So, yeah, amazing work there. Great job. There was nothing wrong with the theming or the placement of the ride. It was just a little, tiny few tweaks on the ride itself. But everything else, great job. So as we come out of the exit, now with the ride going over the path so much, I maybe would have looked at just doing a little bit of safety, maybe some don't dive fencing or something. I don't know, because it comes over the path so much, you don't want it looking cluttered with all the fencing going over the top. Maybe like I'm just trying to find some solution, just so, like, just thinking of that safety so things can't fall off the ride and hit people on the head and things like that. As we carry on, we've got the train just to our right. We've got a little water feature just over there, and maybe would have just heightened the fence a little bit as well. Oh my days, I'm being so savage today. What's the matter with me? I think I need to go and get another cup of tea. Matty's being savage today. I actually like this park as well. What's the matter with me? Matty, seriously. So we have the Rio Grande. Let's have a look at this. This must be the River Rapids. So let's have a walk up the queue, shall we? Let's come up here. I like how you've used all the wood to cover all the flooring. That's not a quick process. Let's come up to the station. Well, I like the station. I like the openness of it, but then also the natural wood feel. I really like that. It's simple and effective, but it does exactly what it needs to. You've even put the lifebuoy on there as well, thinking of the safety. Yeah, it's fantastic. But right, anyway, let's go for a ride on the river rapids, shall we? I loved that river rapids for very much the same reason as the spinning coaster, just the way that it interacts with the surrounding area. You've got a river rapids that's going over the path, which is really unusual. You don't tend to see that very often. You've got the spinning coaster that comes up parallel to the river rapids as it comes up back into the station. Just really well thought out and executed. This whole area seems very well put together and planned. And even though there's a lot going on in a relatively small area, there's a high number of rides around here. It doesn't feel overwhelming. It doesn't feel jammed in. It all feels coherent. So, great job. Really enjoyed that. Right, let's go and find that exit, and then we've still got another coaster to go on inside this area. So let's come down here and let's carry on underneath the station. Now we've got Ashwood Express, so we've got the train station. We'll go for a ride on the train towards the end of the spotlight. I love how you've used the wood all around the park, around the queue paths, just keeping it all coherent. Got a block of toilets just round here, hidden back, out the way. We've got the squid spinnet, the flat ride. And as we carry on round, we've got the flying coaster that goes over the top of us. We've got the train that's just right next to us. Is it about to go? Is it about to go? I was about to say take off. I'm hoping it doesn't take off. There we go. I I love watching trains and Planet Coaster. There's something so therapeutic about it. I don't know why. Let's carry on around here. I like how the Roctopus... Oh, I'm sorry, it's not the Roctopus, is it? It's the Squid Spinner. I like how it's set back behind this water. The ride goes around it. You've got all the rocks placed all around, and then the exit just comes down here. I like that. Nice little flat ride skin. Simple, effective. Just using some rocks, using wood, and then just using some terrain to really build it up. Yeah, great job. And look at how you've got this bridge that's got the exit path kind of leading into it, a river rapids going over the top of it, a train going underneath it. This is some fantastic work for a first park. Fantastic work for a first park. When I am seeing things like this for a first creation, it does beg the question, what are you going to do in future projects? Right, so we have the Quedazzle. Quedazzle? Quetzal. Whatever that says, that's what it's called, alright? Leave me alone. It's not my fault, I can't read. Right, let's come up here. We've got a nice queue line. No cattle pen queue, just going around all the scenery. You can see the ride going on around you. Beautiful queue line. And another nice station. It's very simple, very effective, does exactly what it needs to. So let's have a look at the stats for Quedazzle. Oh, I don't know. Whatever it's called. So not quite green across the board, but some really, really nice G-forces. So let's go for a final ride of the... Final ride? No. The ride on the final ride in this area is what I'm trying to say. Oh my days. Let's do it, shall we? Enjoy. Now, I've said this before, and I'm putting quite good money on the fact that chances are, I'll say it again, probably in the next spotlight, to be honest, but spinning coasters and flying coasters are two of the more tricky types of ride that you can do in Planet Coaster. Spinning coasters, obviously, because you've got to think about the differing aspects of the ride with the spinning, as well as actually getting a nice layout. Flying coasters, just because it's difficult to maintain that momentum. They're a very difficult ride to build and maintain a nice smooth rhythm, a nice momentum, a nice consistent speed from start to finish. And what I think you've done with this one is you've absolutely smashed that. I think it was really, really well executed. It could have done with a little bit of smoothing, and maybe would have just gone through the ride maybe once or twice, just taking 2 or 3 sections at a time, just a couple of little clicks of smoothing, just because as it's going into some of the elements, it just felt like it was a little tiny bit jarring. Not too much, not too much. You couldn't really get much better than that, but maybe just the odd 1 or 2 clicks was all it required. But amazing job, amazing layout once again. Yeah, really enjoyed it. And again, we've got a transfer track. So, yeah, brilliant. I still can't quite believe this is a first park. This is 2 spotlights in a row now where it's been the creators' first park, and I've just been blown away by what they've created. I believe that Planet Coaster right now in its current state is in such a good place, with the amount of new creators that are coming along and delivering parks of this caliber. It makes me excited to see what the future holds for this game. For a 6-year-old game, and we're still seeing new creators come along and give us parks such as this. It's fantastic. The game is in such a good place, such a good community. I believe we're going to be here for years. Years down the line, we're still going to be here. Matty in 2030 still doing park spotlights. Still with the hello. Oh, I was taking my false teeth out. Oh. Right, stop being silly, Matty. Come on, carry on. So as we start moving out of this area, so we're just walking past the river rapids. We've got the flat ride just to our left there, the Cyclonator, and we finally start leaving the Mexican area, and we'll move on around the park. It's not too big a park from the overhead shot, but there's a lot going on here. There's quite a lot to look at. Right, let's come back over this bridge where we came earlier on, back towards the entrance of the park, and let's turn left again. So we go into Westworld. Very good series for anyone that's never watched it. And we have Outlaw. Is that... Oh, rodeo side. Do you know, I don't even recognise that. Didn't even recognise that. I wondered for a second if you'd made that with basic shapes. Well, let's have a look at Outlaw Warrior, shall we? Fantastic queue line, really interactive. Maybe would have just liked to have seen a little bit more paint tool used around here, but again, nitpicking. Matty is savage today. I definitely need more cups of tea. Or a ham sandwich and some Fanta. If you know, you know. Right, let's come into the station, shall we? And let's have a look at Outlaw Warrior. So again, it's not quite green across the board, but again, the G-force is really, really good. I'm very impressed with all the G-forces in this park so far. But let's go for a ride on this one. Enjoy. Probably my favourite ride of the 3 that we've been on so far in the Spotlight. I really enjoyed that ride. I loved the out and back layout of it, how compact it was, how it's going around the queue path, and again, just the implementation within the park itself. It just felt very naturally integrated. It's not too domineering in the sightline. It's just really worked in well to the park and really complements it. Again, maybe just a tad bit of smoothing, mostly on just before it gets to any corner. So just as it gets to any kind of corner, so like here for example, maybe just a little bit just here, just ever so slightly, Just every time it comes up into some kind of banking or corner, maybe just a tad bit of smoothing there. But other than that, absolutely amazing work. Once again, I know I keep saying it, but I'm blown away. So let's hop out the exit, which is here. Great use of foliage all around here. Let's just come back down here a second just to make sure we didn't miss anything down this path. I don't believe so. Got a arcade there. Just a couple of machines. No, you just come up. Yeah. I love how naturally it fits with the other side of the park. So we've done it a Mexican part of the park, and now we're in this Western, but it really fits together very well. Shooting Showdown. Let's have a look at this one. Alright. And let's go for a ride on the Shooting Showdown, shall we? Hey, do you know what? I've never ever done this before. Never done this. I'm actually going to play it. There you go. Let's see how we get on, shall we? Right. Here we go. Start shooting ride. I'm actually going to talk as we go through. Right. Off we go. I can't go yet. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. Oh, wow. Oh dear. Failing already. Ah! Ah, come on! Okay, I am really, really bad at this. Oh dear, I broke my combo. Oh my day. This is why I've never done this before. I've got a 3-hit combo, go me. Missed. 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 Oh, I'm so bad. Why won't you shoot? Come on. I am really, really bad at this game. This is the first time I've ever done this in a spotlight. Most likely the last. Two-hit combo. Go me. 3-hit. 4. Oh, come on. I couldn't even see that one. Skills. Oh, yes, come on. 5-hit. Come on, come on. Oh, what? Hit the target! And this is why I'm not allowed to play Call of Duty. What? Oh! Oh, that was bad. That was bad. Right. It says I've got no ammo. Oh, right, okay. Okay, well, there we go. I got 670 points. That was... well, that was slightly embarrassing, wasn't it? That didn't go particularly well. But I didn't really watch what was going on around the ride, so we better have a look around what's actually going on, hadn't we? Because I wasn't really paying attention too much, because I was too busy shooting. Yeah, around the ride... Oh, definitely needs some more kind of paint tool around here. I maybe would have looked at just sinking this just ever so slightly into the ground and maybe look like it was running on tarmac if you've got a tarmac paint tool. Let's have a look what paint tools we're actually working with. Right, so we haven't got any kind of tarmac, but we have got the leaves, so I would have certainly looked at putting the leaves around here, or at least the dry grass. I think that would have been even better. So go round the ride with the dry grass, because obviously around the ride itself would have just started dying where the track is, because all that grass just wouldn't be natural anymore. The same with the train line as well. Just go down the train line. You could even maybe just put bit of rock down there, so maybe just turn the intensity down a little bit and just bring that down. Just really brings it to life a little bit more, makes it look that ever so much more natural. But yeah, a really good ride, just a little bit more around it with a Sense of Paint tool, maybe a little bit more decoration, but I would like to say I had fun, but I didn't because I was terrible. So let's carry on, shall we? We're going to move on. Nobody saw a thing. Please, nobody ever make me do one of them ever again. It's not happening. Love this. Look at that shot. You could almost be forgiven for thinking that's a real life location. Like the subtle use of the change of elevation. So it's not flat. Even little things like that make such a difference. Makes it feel so much more natural. We've got the carousel just down here. I feel like I need to have a look at the train station. Oh, nice. Oh, I like that. So it's just all this back is a facade. Did you actually put anything? Oh no, it isn't actually a building. I was going to say, I wondered if you could have just gotten away with a facade there. But yeah, nice station build. Right, and let's carry on, shall we? So we're running parallel to the wooden coaster now. I like how whenever you're in this park, there's an attraction never too far away from you, whether that be the train or the coaster or the river rapids. There's always something to look at. You're never bored, ever. There's a carousel down there. I didn't even... Not a carousel, I'm sorry. A wheel, a wheel. Yeah, there's a wheel down there. There's just always something to look at. We've got a drop tower over there. Frontier spin. Got a little seating area. Oh, wow. That's a hell of a shot. Let's come down here. And then we start leaving the western area and we come down to the Citadel. Ferris wheel. Why? I don't know. I don't understand what is my thing in Ferris wheels, but it's just one of them things that never sticks. I can never just look at it and go Ferris wheel. I've always got to think about it first, and often I will just forget what they're called. Does anybody else have that in Planet Coaster where you'll look to ride and you'll be like, I know what it should be called, but you forget? I do it all the time with them. Don't know what it is. Very bizarre. So we have the Tower Terror. Nicely themed around there. Yep, very nice. Adventure Tours. What is this? So look down here, shall we? Which one? Ah, boat ride. Okay. Now, because of the length of the spotlight, we better just go for a quick go on the boat ride. Because even though it's a small park, there's so much to look at. I'm concerned we could quite easily get to an hour-long spotlight here. So we just go around the Citadel. Very nice. Maybe if you were able to get your hands on a PS5, just a little bit more foliage and decoration just on the right-hand side. I think that'd look really nice. But obviously at the moment you did run out of percentage, so that's not really a possibility at the moment. We've got the sharks down here. Oh dear. Oh no. And then back up and around. Back to the station. To come out the exit. Right, there's so much to look at. Right, what have we got over here then? I'm just going to get a quick zoom out time. Let's just try and get our bearings. And let's try and work out what it is that we've still got. So we've got that coaster there. And then we'll come out and around here. Another train station there. got that there, and then that will bring us down to the haunted area. That looks like a dark ride there. And then there's one more coaster over there. Okay, right, okay. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. Do you see what I mean about when I say it's not a really big park, but there's a lot to look at. There's a lot going on with the area that you've got. Let's have a look at this coaster, shall we? So we have Siege Runner. Staff only. Let's come up the queue path for Siege Runner. Another nice station. Great shots. And let's have a look at the stats. So green across the board. G-force is really nice, so let's do it. Another great coaster with a really good layout and great theming all the way around. There were so many beautiful sight lines as we were going around. Again, a little bit of smoothing, just ironing out just a couple of them little kinks just with the smoothing issues, and just extend your brake run ever so slightly. Hang on. Oh, itchy nose. Right. Another amazing coaster once again. Really good layout. Amazing sight lines as you were going around that. I was that busy looking around all the sights of the park as we were whizzing around. A little bit of smoothing once again, but besides that, a great coaster. Very much enjoyed that. So let's carry on once again. To think, about 20 minutes ago we were stood in the Mexican area, and now we're over here. Same park, just really well done with the differing areas. Like that station. And we come out of the Citadel area. So we have the Forest Barn, which is a restaurant. We've got the coaster that just goes up around us. Near the train, there it is. And got the big sun wheel. Just come back down here just to make sure there wasn't anything down here, because we veered off to the left. No. Okay. And we come down to the final area of the park, the haunted area. I love the train just going all the way around the park. So we have the Forgotten Forest. So Graveyard Dash, the bumper cars. What a flat ride skin. Do you know what? I feel like this area needs to be done at night, or at least dusk or something. It's a horror area. Let's just very quickly swap it. There you go. That's a lot better time of day to be looking at an area such as this. So we have the Graveyard Dash. I love that flat ride skin, you know. I really do. Great queue line and fitting with the theme with all the grave stones around. Yeah, very good job. One of the first haunted bumper cars I believe I've seen. Don't generally see a haunted bumper cars ride. And we have the Haunting. So this must be the dark ride. I've got no idea what type of dark ride it is. Your guess is as good as mine. Nice queue line. Okay, right, so let's go for a ride on this one then, shall we? Now, I know in the description that we read at the start of the spotlight that you said that the dark ride definitely requires some more work. I think for a starting point of a dark ride, I think that was fantastic. It was really well put together. I think dark rides are something that really do intimidate a lot of people, myself included. I've never even attempted a dark ride yet, so to do that on your first attempt I think was absolutely fantastic. I think you should be very proud of what you did there. So yeah, amazing job. And all the surrounding area, just the building, the way that you've got all the front of the building, very much like the haunted house from all the towers. All the front is all decorated, but then the back is just like one big warehouse. All the front is a facade. Yeah, you've done exactly what you needed to, if I'm being honest. I think that was brilliant. And then as you come out to the exit, you've just got a seating area just round here with a couple of shops. Even all the seating area is still in fitting with the theme. Do you know what? Shall we just keep it to this time of day? Just for the remainder of the spotlight. I like this time of day. Let's do it. Let's come down here, shall we? Towards the very final area of the park and towards the final coaster of the park. So we walk across the bridge that's got the train running right next to us. Have we got a train coming? No, unfortunately we don't. Do you know what? It's worth the wait. It's worth it. Speed up. I want to see a train come past us. There we go. There you go. That wasn't manipulated at all, was it? Completely naturally done. And let's come down to Excalibur Land. Must admit that lighting in this park is beautiful. Really nice atmosphere. So we've got the shops just to our right, some more seating. Love this building that you've got. All the different shapes and curves that are coming off it. The different sections that come off like that up there. What an amazing building. We've got an exit from right there. Ah, Insanity. So here we go. What is that just there? That's the block of toilets. So let's have a walk up the queue line for Insanity, which is the flat ride. Don't know why I thought that was a coaster. I'm not sure what's going on there. Right, let's come round here. There is the exit. Oh, let's carry on round. So we have the Dragon Flyer. Oh, it looks like we're actually in a wooden fortress. Well, right underneath the queue path. And with this being a kiddie coaster, stats do not matter at all. No point in looking at them. So, final ride. We've saved the kiddie coaster till the end. Always one of my favourites. So, let's do it. Enjoy. I loved that. I think it was absolutely brilliant. The smoothest coaster in the park. I love the layout. Love the idea behind it. The fact that it's inside the wooden fortress. Just all the area. Just perfection. That is exactly what you need from a kiddie coaster. From one of these dragon rides. One of the best dragon rides, just with the theming and everything that's going on around it. Loved it. Yeah, very, very enjoyable ride. Now, right, as we come out of the exit, this brings us back to the main entrance. So what I want to do is actually go and find that train, and let's go for a ride on the train, and then we can give out some closing thoughts. Now the question is, where shall we hop on the train? I think what we will do is we will use the station that was in the Mexican area. So that was back over here. No, not quite. Ah, there we go. There we go. Oh, in fact, you know what? We should have a look at night, actually. Just have a look at the park at night, just before we hop on the train. Because I'll swap it today for the train. The lighting is sensational, especially the river rapids with the blue. I love that. MeltedDazzers, you are another creator to keep an eye on. 100%. When you're producing parks like this for your first park, you're somebody to keep an eye on for future parks. Amazing work. A little bit of smoothing on your coasters, but other than that, fantastic job. Right, let's jump on the train at this platform and let's go for a ride. Enjoy, everyone. I really should do that more often in spotlights. I believe that's possibly the first time I've ever actually gone round on one of the trains in a spotlight. But it was really enjoyable, just taking in all the sights and the sounds of the park. Very well put together. You hit all the aspects of the park with that train. It was amazing. Really enjoyed it. And what a park this was. Yeah, a little bit of smoothing on your coasters, maybe a little bit of paint tool, just in the odd one or two places. Other than that, I can't really think of much else feedback-wise. I think it was fantastic. I know when you messaged me, you actually questioned, was this good enough for a spotlight? I believe the message was, I'm not sure that my park is good enough, but I would really appreciate it if you could have a look at it and give me some feedback. You don't have to spotlight it because I don't think it's good enough. Oh, it was words to that effect. Dude, this is amazing. It's absolutely fantastic. You should be super proud of what you have created here. I'm super excited to see what you create next. Let me know. Can't wait to do it. So there we go. So let me know down below in the comments what you all think of this park. Isn't this an amazing first park once again? We're having them so often now on the channel, these amazing first parks. Love to see it. But yeah, leave your comment down below what you all think. If you would like to have your park spotlighted, like I said at the start of the video, then make sure to join my Discord where you can put a request in for a spotlight. I'm going to be back in a couple of days for another Planet Coaster spotlight. Take care, stay safe, look after yourselves, and I will see you all in a couple of days. Bye everybody!